we can easily take control of this market. All we gotta do is support one another. You know, if you put out a 99-cent single and I go and cop yours, and I put out, we can make everybody big. Follow what I'm saying? And as you know, the brand is everything today. But we don't understand that. And we're so, like I said, we come from a broken system where we're taught not to support one another's, but I'll go out and give Gucci $7,000. But I can't give you 99 cents. See, so until, this is what I'm saying, is broken, and we just keep having people rehashing the broken bullshit. And this is why we got this pushback, because it doesn't work. It hasn't worked. It's worked for a few, and this is the system they're pushing. As long as you can be a part of the few, let's keep this going. But it has, a majority of people are suffering, and that has to come to an end at some point. So at some point, you're either going to fall back under God. When I say God, I'm not talking, once again, that broken religious stuff. That's all commercialization and slave trade. But until we come back, and when I say God, that's brothers looking out for brothers, sisters looking out for sisters, and everybody looking out. Till we come back to that principle, it's just going to keep regurgitating. You know, as long as I can't support you and you can't support me, but I want to run and give Louis Vuitton $6,000, we're never going to have nothing. You know, going back to the other statement you made, people, they don't want to see people who look like them succeed. They want to succeed before them, but they have no problems supporting somebody who doesn't look like. See, that's the problem of it. It's not so much that it's, the problem is I have no problem seeing somebody else make it, but anyone who looks like me or you, I have a problem with it. See, that's a mindset from a broken system, and that's what makes it ungodly. You should always want your brother or sister to make it, because if they're in a God state of mind, then they're going to make sure you make it. That's how it's supposed to work. Everybody can make it. See, that's the illusion of the broken system, is that it's only a few. And people's bought into that there's only a few who can make it. So as long as you think that what people call God is limited, because that thing about only a few can make it means that God didn't provide for everybody, which is insane. But somehow people are fixated on that shit. But when you have a view like that, then you're just going to always continue to be the crabs in the bucket, and there's always going to only be a few, and the majority is going to suffer. The system's broken. So until we understand that we can only make it amongst ourselves, and then that takes care of everything else, we're never going to have nothing. You got whole societies based on this. You got the Amish up in Pennsylvania. You got the Mormon. They support themselves. They don't need any government aid. And so, and I'm not saying you got to live like them. I'm talking about the commercial aspect of supporting, buying your eggs and my rice, stuff like that. See, people start looking at the lifestyles. That's a choice. You know, that's a culture. You have your own or whatever. We're talking business and why these people have existed for hundreds of years without so-called government assistance. See, so we have a broke mentality, an ungodly mentality, and this is why we suffer. This is why we're killed and knocked off. You know, until we embrace a new outlook, a new perspective, a new, more family-oriented perspective, it's a wrap, you know. The 3/5, where did that come from? That comes from because you believe you're a brand. There's no such thing as, all of these are brands, they're corporations. So when you call yourself a corporation, you're no longer human. You know, like, you know, so that's the problem. So we have to find out who we are as, see, when you were a so-called God and goddess, you had a real nationality. You didn't have these brands. So that's another conversation altogether. But the thing is that it's all commercial. Like all these religions are patented and owned by somebody. So when you join them, you become their property. All of them have a patent. They're all businesses. They're all 501c3. Like, these are facts. They're all 501c3. Give you a perfect example. This pandemic, all the churches are shut down. Why? They're all 501c3 and they must follow their government mandates. Simple. You can't, the government can't regulate God, but when you bring your God into the government, then that's another story. And that's what's happened. That's why everything is shut down religiously, because they're under the government. So it goes back to, once again, it's not so much about a religion. It's about the spirit, the soul, operating from there, doing on others as you want others to do on to you, being your brother's keeper, your sister's keeper. These are basic God concepts. And until we get back to that, we're just going to keep the same shit, just rehashing, where a couple make it and all the other slaves try to be like them, and you get used and abused for a lifetime. This is what's been happening. This is what these people are telling people to keep going. But we're at a time and point in history where it's coming to an end. Whether you like it or not, whether you listen to a word I say or whatever, is happening in front of your eyes. You just are holding on. You're being stubborn, trying to act like this is just a drop in the bucket and it's happening. And either you're going to make a choice, or by the time you wake up, it's going to be too late.